this might help you. Okay? You are now developing that sense of self-awareness. You are now developing that sense of self-help. That you are now conditioning your mind that I want to get better. Okay? So, ibig sabihin today, placebo is no longer a negative thing. It only means that people can actually teach themselves to get better. Because this is how it happens. If there is a placebo effect, there's also a nocebo effect. Which means that no matter how effective a drug is, if the mind is very, very, very negative, no matter how much you lack all the medications in the world, you will still die immediately. Okay? Pwede mong palakpakan natin yan. So, how does it relate? How does it relate to what we have heard tonight? I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not somebody from the professional field. But in the last 5 years, I have seen a lot of people whose lives are completely changed. Okay? Because of the environment of Riway International. You sit down here, especially for those people coming in for the first time. And the whole time, right, we always hear about we're here. But this is what I have realized, no? That it's not only Portier Placenta that's bringing goodness, that's bringing recovery, that's bringing positivity to the lives of the people who are part of this company. But it's actually all the environment put together. So, as humans, we are naturally, they say, we are naturally creatures of habits. No? When we say habits, okay, we try to keep on repeating the same exact patterns every single day. And so as to establish that sense of routine, which will now give us that psychological comfort. Okay, so ibig sabihin, we all have our ways of doing things. Tama ba? We all have our ways of choosing things. Okay? For example, how do you cook your egg? Okay? How do you cook your egg? Siyempre, no? Madaming mantika, asin. Tama ba? How do you cook your pinakbit? Okay? Konting gulay, madaming karne. Do you get me?
Yes.
Pag sobrang sarap ng pagkain natin, isn't it na hindi kompleto ang meal kung walang coke na kasama?
Right.
Ilang beses masarap ang pagkain mo? I-multiply mo yan sa kung ilang taon ka na nabubuhay. That is what you call habits, pattern, routine. And it becomes your lifestyle. And whoever we are today, however our health is, however we perceive the world, however we respond to the world, that is all because of the lifestyle that we have been making in the last 20 to 30 years of our existence. So, placebo effect is telling us, okay, that we can actually rewire and reshape our brains, okay, into becoming a new person by means of the choices that we make every day and through the introduction of new habits. We can actually change, therefore. And along these changes are what? Improvement. Very significant improvement in our lives. For example, today if you are offered, okay, salad versus burger, be honest with yourself, not to me. I don't need you to be honest to me unless you're my boyfriend. So, be honest. What would you choose? Salad or burger? See, pwede bang palakpakan natin yung mga sarili natin? We have the most honest people in the house. Okay? So, between kangkong and French fries, what would you choose?
Fries.
Exactly. Now, you multiply that to the number of days, number of moments that you were offered these options. You multiply that to the number of years that you have been living. That is your physical and mental condition right now.
Galing.
Okay, am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay, you know, first of all, I have already shared this in the past, but I lost my father to I would say, completed complications of diabetes. People don't lose their life to diabetes, they lose it to completed complications of diabetes. Before my father died, he was in dialysis for about 2 years. Every week, halos kinukunan ng tubig sa lungs. Okay, may tama lahat, no? He was blind when he died. You know, and even at his last hour, para siyang, can you imagine, buhay na kalansay? That's how he looked like right before he died. And right before he died, sa Bisaya pa, nagkit-kit, ihapon siya bukog sa baboy. Nagkit-kit, hindi kain eh. Nagngangat-ngat pa rin siya ng buto ng baboy. And he was telling himself, kapag gumaling na ako, mag-gardening ako sa labas ni bahay. See? So, I grew up, no, I was made to believe that because my father died of completed complications of diabetes, because 2 of my uncles already died because of diabetes, I was made to believe that I was born and designed to be sick and to die of diabetes as well. But this is what I have found out, okay? That if you try to look at the common denominator of our family, all of them had exactly the same lifestyle. All of them, they died of the summary of all the lifestyle choices that they have been making in their entire lives. Which means to say that today, what has Riway taught me? Riway taught me today that I can actually be in charge of my health today. That I cannot always put the blame on other people. I cannot always put the blame, okay, on the food. Because today, we have the greatest freedom, and that is the freedom of choice. Ibig sabihin, today, I only have to make better choices.
Yes.
So that I may be spared from what seemed to be a curse of diabetes that runs in our blood. Okay, pwede bang palakpakan natin? So you see, you rewire your brain, but you don't just simply think about it. Because what matters is what you do, right? So, you know, when you take per-tier placenta, you cannot take per-tier placenta and dili mo kumaayo ani. Dili mo kumaayo ani. Sayang ang kwarta. Because science is telling us that healing and recovery, okay, are afforded to people who actually are fighting for their lives.
Yes.
Tama ba?
Yes.
So if you decide to take per-tier placenta, it's because you have that amount of faith in your heart that this can help me get better. Because you have that amount of faith and hope in your heart na after all these cycles and patterns and routines of doing exactly the same things to help me recover my body, walang nangyari. Now I will try to do something new because it might work, because it has worked on the lives of so many Filipino families. Then I have the hope and the faith that it will also work on my body. Okay? But maybe some of you are asking, okay pa kayo? Okay pa kayo? Yes! I mean, you're free to walk out, but I hope you don't, okay? So what does it have something to do with us, right? Because some of us may be saying, ay, wala man akong sakit, hindi ko kailangan yan. Tama? That's the number one response that you would normally get. I don't need that because I am not sick. But if you ask them, when was the last time that you had a general checkup? See, they are not sick because they haven't been diagnosed. And how many of us today, be completely honest with ourselves, if you are given a free general checkup today, talagang lahat ng kaibuturan ng katawan mo to check upin, okay, would you have the courage to go through it today?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
For those who are saying yes, good for
Pagkatakot,
you.
para na yun.
For those who are saying no, you are not alone. Why? Because at the end of the day, tayo lang ang nakakaalam sa totoong kondisyon ng katawan natin.
Tama.
Ibig
Yes.
sabihin, every night when you go to bed, did you know that we feel all the pain when we are no longer at work? Kasi hindi ka na distracted eh. So ikaw na nakakaalam, paghiga mo sa gabi, anong nararamdaman mo? Tama ba? Kasi kung meron dyang kirot sa katawan mo, that is already a sign of pain. That is already your body telling you, hey, there is something wrong with me.
Correct.
Okay, so this is not about me. This is about you. We all have to be honest with ourselves. Now, for those people who are sure that they are not sick, okay, for those people who are maybe looking for something else, maybe not health concerns, but something else, allow me to share with you. What does it have to do with me tonight? All of these things that I have heard, from John to King to all of the sharers, pwede bang palakpakan natin yung dalawang testimonies na si tatay, bilib ako kay daddy Kasi akala ko nagbibigay lang siya ng employment history kanina Okay, talagang, you're hired. Gumagano ako sa likod Hired ka na. Grabe experience yan, diba? Pero anong ending nung sinabi niya? Walang nangyari sa akin. Grabe, humble, diba? Akala mo nagyayabang. Yun pala, very, very honest. Okay? So, total, umupo ka na lang din naman. Allow me to help you process all of the things that you have heard tonight. Because you may feel like you're not sick, you don't need it. But let me ask you this. In the last 2 years of pandemic, have you been completely secure in your finances? Okay? Why are we here tonight? Because we want to be able to help people. Riway International is created for 3 things. Number 1, to help people recover their vitality and regain their good health. Number 2, to provide a system that will allow people to achieve their goals in their life. And number 3, achieve these first 2 things, okay, by maintaining that attitude of righteousness. Okay? So, how can it help you? Now, let me ask you this. Who among us here naapatay pangandoy sa kinabuhi? May pangarap pa tayo sa buhay. Okay? Okay? Thank you so much. Bisaya mang good ko, no? So, you know why I volunteer today? Because I want to practice my Tagalog. Okay? So, ano yun? Sino ang may pangarap minimithi sa buhay? Okay? Wow! Palakpakan natin itong mga... Because you know what you want. Right? You know what you want. Now, the thing is, the question is, how exactly do you get from point A to point B? Because we have to be able to evaluate ourselves. Does my present condition, circumstances, does my present environment, does my present occupation maybe allow me to get from point A to point B? Because if not, then that's what exactly Riway International is offering you today. To help you get from point A to point B. So now, I need us to open our hearts and our minds. Can we do that?
Yes.
I don't want you to get out of the door empty-handed. Okay, so allow me to help you. Because 5 years ago, I did not look like this. I look very, very, very ugly. And now, sabi ni King, I am the most beautiful person inside this world. When King introduced me, she's the most beautiful person. I hope that you don't take it na she's so vain. You know why I want, ang pangarap ko sa buhay, maging pinakamaganda. Because I grew up, my lola would tell me, you're the ugly duckling of the family. So, okay lang ako. Wala akong emotional damage. Wala akong I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay. So sabi ng lola ko, kailangan matalino ka. Kailangan pala kaibigan ka. Kailangan masipag ka. Kailangan mabait ka. Kasi pangit ka. So growing up, I have one goal and that is to become the most beautiful woman on earth. Okay? And because of Riway! So the question is how? What does it have something to do with us? So I need us to understand how Riway International positions itself today. Okay? We look at 3 things. Number 1, the product. Number 2, the plan. And number 3, the platform. Okay? Bilisan lang natin. Okay? So, product I need us to understand that when Riway was established, when it was designed in such a way that it would give people or distributors or the people who would trust Riway an advantage in the market. Okay, klaro tayo doon. We look at the product. We have one single flagship product, and that is what? We're Dear Placenta. Okay? One product. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you are, pain, no? Nimo sa katawan, we can only offer you one thing, and that is Dear Placenta. Okay? Now, Boss said, our CEO, Mr. Lingonho, who happens to be in the Philippines right now, his first visit after more than 2 years since the pandemic. Pwede bang palakpakan natin? He told us, okay, that when he created Riway, he told himself that we will design Riway in such a way that I myself, as CEO, will want to be a distributor. Grabe, no? Grabe. So, how the product, if the company only wanted so much profit, this is what the company would have done. Create not just one product, but maybe 10, 20, or 30 products. Each product containing live cell therapy, and each product containing a unique other ingredient. Okay? That is designed specifically for a particular organ in the body. Do you get me?
Yes.
Kasi that's what we see outside. All other network marketing companies, all other wellness companies, they offer not one or two, but 3 more products. So, at the end of the day, ang tinitik mo, in Bisaya pa, it's called kinungkong. Okay, kinungkong. Diba, when you take a pill, it's supposed to be like this, right? No, when you take it, it's like this. Kung-kung. Okay, then you do like that. Why? Because profit-oriented. And these medicines, you will have to take it for the rest of your life. But today, we are designed in such a way that we have an advantage in the market. And what is that? One single flagship product, all in one.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of companies today are actually thriving so much because of this, what we call convenience. Okay? Convenience. Isn't it that what we all look for is convenience?
Yes.
Okay? Pag inom natin ng kape, 3-in-1. Tama ba? Tapos ngayon, dati-dati ang dami ng condiments. Ngayon, meron na din mga condiments, mga cornic na all-in-one. May asin na, may pepper na, may garlic na, lahat nandun na. Tama ba? All-in-one stock ng mga stores, portable aircon, portable everything. Okay? So, this is an advantage for us in the market. Not only that, we are talking here about lifestyle therapy. Why Riway? Why not all the other companies? Because Riway is the pioneer in terms of oral light cell therapy. All the other products you will find outside, okay? They are all phyto-based. Ibig sabihin, plant, dinikdik, nilagay sa capsule. But this one is what we call regenerative supplementation. It goes beyond protection, it goes beyond repair. This is regeneration. Can you say the word regeneration?
Regeneration.
Ibig sabihin, patay na, itatry pang buhayin. Okay, pwede mo palakpakan natin. Now, if you ask me in terms of product, does Fortier Placenta have a competition? Okay, I would say we have a lot of imitation in the market.
Correct.
Okay, the only competition that we have is the millions worth of stem cells available in huge medical institutions. Okay, but in terms of oral cell therapy, we are the pioneer, we are the safest and most effective. Pwede ba palakpakan natin? The intention is not simply to make you buy. The intention today is to help people who are seeking for an opportunity to increase their capacity.
Yes.
Tama ba? You know, during these 2 years of pandemic, aminin man natin o hindi, maraming businesses ang apektado. In fact, the biggest effect of the pandemic is not on the health, but on the economy. The adverse effects are on the economy. And this is what the pandemic has brought us, that without our health, we lose everything. So today, this is not just for people who are sick, this is also for people who are seeking for a change in their lives. Kaya to be able to be in control of your life even more. Kasi the pandemic has made us all what? Helpless. Always at the mercy of others. Ibig sabihin, nakadepende yung kaligayahan at security natin. Depende sa level of quarantine. Di ba? Pansin niyo ba? Pag ECQ lahat tayo malungkot. Pero pag ECQ lahat tayo nagiging lighter tayo. Tama ba? Kasi ang kapalit niyan, hanap buhay ng mga Pilipino. So today, don't think about masyado mahal. No. Because we have been taking it for free in the last 5 years. A lot of people are now changing their lives, being able to take charge more of their lifestyles with the help of this platform, Riway International.
Yes.
And what is this plan all about? Today I am a Team Supreme Pegasus 6. Okay, not the other Pegasus that you are thinking of, but maybe later you can ask the person who invited you, okay? Mahirap kasi mag-Pegasus dito sa Manila, no? Iba-ibang Pegasus kasi naalala natin. But I am at Supreme Pegasus 6, and you are coming in for the first time, Mami. You are coming in for the first time, and we are offered the same exact plan. Meaning, I have the referral bonus, you have the referral bonus. I have the development bonus, you have the development bonus. I have the matching bonus, you have the matching bonus. You don't need to qualify for anything. Automatic, you are part of the system. You have this franchise of an international business. What is this plan, ha? This plan is to help you have an advantage in the market. Hindi ka pipigain at papatayan ng sistemang ito para mag-create ng profit yung company, para yumaman ang CEO, tapos ikaw, pigang-piga. Why do I say so? Because all other companies, most, I would say 80%, they all require monthly personal sales. Meaning, you are required to purchase every single month. Pagpasok mo, you have a warehouse of products. But after 4 weeks, you will now be what? Compelled to buy, or else you lose the business. But here inside Riway International, the more you earn, the more free products you will consume. Okay? Do you want that?
Yeah.
This is how we call it. Riway is, they have it in Chinese translation. Pero ang pinakamalapit na word na naiisip ko sa Filipino is makatao. Riway is a pro-people business. And it's all because of the leadership of Mr. Lincoln Hong, our CEO. Pwede bang palakpakan natin? And lastly, it's not enough to have a good product to become successful. It's not enough to have a good plan in your hands to become successful. Because more than anything else, okay, it is the changes and holistic growth that is happening in your life. You know, I don't want to take you for long because you've been sitting here for several hours already. But here's the thing, okay? Outside, you will also earn money. Others, you will also find good products. Tama ba? Yes?
Yes.
But this is what I think sets apart Riway from all of the other companies outside. I have been single for quite some time. Okay. I got married in 2000. This is something personal, ha? So all of those people taking videos, keep it to yourself. Okay? Sa atin lang to. Huwag niyo na akong siraan sa ibang tao. Sa atin lang to. Okay? So I've been single for quite some time. I got married in 2011 and got separated in 2013. So you do the math. Okay, that was my first boyfriend and first husband. Okay, so here we have this what we call Pegasus Night. When you reach that certain rank, you go to an event called the Pegasus Night, where all of the topmost leaders of Riway are gathered in one event, in one venue. Imagine yourself being surrounded with successful people, okay? So, every time there's a Pegasus Night, there's a seat reserved for the husband or for the spouse, okay? So that's the only event that Riway will reserve an extra seat for your special someone, okay? /husband/wife. So one time, I approached our Deputy Chief Development Officer, Howie. Sabi ko, Howie, sayang naman yung one seat ko, sayang yung pagkain, di ba? Sayang yung souvenir, sayang yung drinks. So, can I take somebody with me? Okay. You mean like a boyfriend? Sabi ko, yeah, like a boyfriend. Can? Really? Sus, ilang Pegasus Night na pinagdaanan ko, wala akong nabitbit na bana, pwede man pala ang boyfriend. Okay. But, here's the catch. Sabi niya, can, right? Sabi niya, malinaw. Can. Allowed? Allowed? Allowed. But here's the catch. Faith, if you bring this boyfriend, you will have to introduce him to everybody, right? Sabi ko, yeah. Okay. And then, what if along the way, you break up because something happened, okay? So now, the next Pegasus Night, you will bring another guy with you. So, again, you will have to introduce this guy to everybody. And people will ask, what happened to number one? Oh, because so insecure. insecure of my beauty, so insecure of my accomplishments in life. He cannot stand me. Okay, so he left me. Okay, but this one, he has his own success. You know, he's making so much money. He's also quite famous in his own field. So Ken, right? Ken. And then after some time, naghiwalay din. Bakit? Kasi this time around, sobrang busy din niya sa trabaho niya. Wala siyang panahon at pagmamahal sa akin. So this time, I love him. Okay? Kung ano na imagine mo. That is not it. Okay, and then the next time, I bring again another man with me. And again, introduce to everybody. And this time, explain again what happened to number 2. Sabi ko, the first one cannot because so insecure. The second one cannot because so successful. Okay, ayaw maging obedient sa akin. I love obedient men. So, ayaw maging obedient sa akin. so this one, no job, no money, no title, no anything at all. Okay, so meaning, super obedient. So, can I just act? Can I just do things and act like I want to? Can. But the question is, what kind of value are you giving yourself when we do these things?
Correct.
Is it going to give impression to the people that you can trust me? Or I will have no integrity in front of other people?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
We have a very good product which is giving you an advantage in the market today. You are given a plan like no other. You will not find this plan in any other company out there. And lastly, this is what I have realized, that what makes people truly successful in this business is not about how big our house is. It's not about how expensive our car is. It's not about how beautiful we now look compared to last time. Now we're less ugly, right? But it's about the value that Riway has given us.
Yes.
It's about that value that people will trust and respect us and will want to follow us and will want to duplicate us and partner with us and put their trust and faith on us because of who we have become. And we have become people of value.
Yes.
And when you say value, true value, you cannot put a price on value. Tama ba?
Yes.
Because if you say that you are worth millions, then you are not worth billions. Tama ba? So what would you want? To be worth millions or billions? Now, when you are worth billions, ibig sabihin, you are not worth trillions. So when you talk about value, value is not something that you can put a price. What makes a person of value? It's because you cannot put a price on that integrity of the person. That the person now becomes a person who is invaluable.
Yes.
Meaning of so much value that you cannot measure it. Of so much greatness, of so much influence, of so much integrity, of so much credibility, of so much goodness that you cannot put a price on it. Would you want that?
Yes.
One of the biggest gifts that Riway has given me is that I grew up disrespecting my mother because my mother taon sa utang. You know? But today, my kids are growing up and they're full of love and respect for their mother. Not just that. The most gratifying thing on earth is when your kids tell you, I want to become like you. Every single day, my kids, I want to become like you. And isn't it the most beautiful thing on earth?
Yes.
That people will want to be like us.
Yes.
How many of us today, the people who surround you will tell you, I want to be like you. Tama ba? Are you that person worth following? Are you that person worth trusting? Are you that person worth emulating? Because inside Riway International, we don't just get there. You don't just earn money. We become people of value. But it doesn't happen like overnight. It's a process. And up until today, I am on the process of becoming a better person. But what I am most excited about is that I am not alone. Because Riway is changing the lives, not one person at a time, but families at a time.
Yes.
Yes.
Not my entire family is doing it, A lot of us are doing it by family, right?
Yes.
Tama ba? So, this is an invitation. Everything is provided by you. The mechanisms and the system are provided to help us achieve success, to help you increase your capacity today. Tama ba? So, the challenge is who among us here would want to maximize this mechanism? Because can you see the empty seats there? Can you see the empty seats?
Yes.
You know what? King, our MC for tonight, is not from Metro Manila. He traveled for 5 hours all the way from San Fernando, La Union, to be here tonight. That is the heart of a person becoming successful. Willing to invest so much time and energy increasing his capacity. So every week at 3 in the afternoon, there are seats here, and the speakers will inspire and teach you and cause you to move and become more successful. Gusto niyo ba yun? Nauupo ka lang tapos inspire and teach you to become successful? Of course, no? So the challenge is bring as many people as you can. Every 6 p.m., there will be testimonies up here on stage to help you, to help you influence others to start taking charge of their health as well. Okay? Why am I here tonight? Because I want to practice my Tagalog. But not just that. I think I am slowly conquering Visayas and Mindanao. But today, I am very clear of my direction. That it's not only Visayas and Mindanao, but Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao will be Team Kayumangis launching pad towards globalization of politics. Can I see the Tagalogs in the house? Can I see the Tagalogs in the house? Okay, mag-aral na kayo mag-Bisaya. Because if you don't do anything about this opportunity, one day soon, everybody seated here are all Bisaya, Waray, Ilonggo, kung sa kanila. Okay? Would you want that? Would you want that? You know I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm not supposed to be telling you this, but I will tell you. Is that okay? The environment here is so competitive. Which means to say that if the person who invited you today may not be that successful here, give that person the benefit of the doubt. Because maybe he's just 5 or 10 minutes ahead of you. Tama ba? Tama ba? I need you to realize that your ultimate business partner is not only your upline, not only the person who brought you here, your ultimate upline is Riway International.
Yes.
The environment is so competitive. This is what I'm trying to say. That I have been here in the last 5 years, and you are coming in for the first time. And the system says that you can overtake anyone inside the business today. Which means that even if you're coming in for the first time, if you have the willingness and the capacity and the ability, you could be the next number 1 in the whole of Riway Philippines.
Correct.
Okay? So, maximize. No empty seats. Can we do that? Can we do that? Riway is investing so much
Kami na
money.
magko-conquer.
Riway is willing to invest and able to invest. But the person who will win is that person who's willing to take on the challenge and the responsibility.
Correct.
I don't know with you, but today, me and my entire household, my entire team, we are taking on the responsibility. That we will be known not only for Visayas and Mindanao, we will be known for Luzon as well. And next, to the other parts of the globe. May gabi sa tanan, and God bless